Okay. Okay. I can't hear anything on YouTube, so I don't even know if the sound is okay.
Hold on, I'm working on it. Tech support is here.
Come over on TikTok as well.
Okay.
That way I can hear you.
Okay, I can hear me and I can hear you.
Wait, what?
I said I can hear you and me on TikTok. Or on YouTube, sorry. Hello.
Okay, weird. I can't hear you at all on YouTube.
I think, okay, so because your headphones only have one audio cable and that's running to your TikTok, that's why.
I can't hear you.
Hold on. Try the audio again.
Hello, hello, hello.
Let's check. Okay, it says pick me up now. I'm not sure what happened.
Be with y'all in a second. We're getting everything going so we can proceed.
Okay, can you hear me on TikTok at least right now?
Say again?
Yeah? Okay.
Say again.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
But at any point, I feel like if I move, these headphones are going to stop working.
So your plug on the back of your mic for your headphones, the aux cable wasn't plugged in all the way. I just plugged it in all the way, so you're good.
It's still, this cable is messed up though. I have to hold it up at the base of the mic.
Is that not the new? Oh no, that's not the new cable that I gave you. There's a new cable I gave you. It was a white cable.
Do you want to plug it in?
Yeah.
Hey, Robin. We are fixing some bugs. We will be set to go in a moment.
From the back of your mic real quick. Okay. Plug this white cable into the back of your mic.
Yes.
Okay.
Ow.
Sorry.
I have the earpiece in this ear. Why? I don't know. Why do I even have that in my ear? What is even happening? I don't even know.
Chaos
All right.
ensues.
Jesus. Okay. Alrighty.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
No, I cannot. I know. What the fuck is happening? All right, everybody's who's here, please like tap the screen, do all the things.
That's plugged in there. That's plugged in there. You should be able to have audio. I am so confused.
If not, I might have to. Do we have another pair of headphones somewhere? Baby girl's headphones.
But hold on.
What?
Let me come over here. I need to get like red in here. Okay. The problem was it wasn't registering your mic.
What?
Should be good to go now.
Ugh. All right. So a lot of the pre-prep that I normally do, I did not do. So hence, and we're controlling chaos.
Can you hear me now?
Say again?
Can you hear me now?
Nope.
Turn up the volume on the side of your phone, maybe?
Okay, say again.
Test 1.
Huh?
Test 1.
I can't hear you.
It's the mic or the headphones. I don't know what's going on right now. That's there. It's registering for this mic. That's the headphones, so you should be able to hear yourself. That mic cord is plugged in. Both sides.
Okay, so can everyone hear me? Besides,
Can you hear me now?
no, I cannot.
Oh my fucking god.
I can hear you in the other room. So if we have anyone else up on panel, I won't be able to hear them. Can you please grab baby girl's headphones and I can see if I can use those? I know we have another set of headphones, an old set, but I don't know where they are. I'm going to have to get new headphones. Everyone who's on the clock app, can you hear me? Anyone?
It's a good thing you have a tiny head.
I'm just saying. Can hear, but listening through TikTok because the delay, but I like the chat here because I love my keyboard. Yeah, same. Okay, let's see if this works.
All right, let's try this again. Can you hear me now?
Say again?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, but I have to hold the end of the cord out.
So I need to get a new mic. Okay, that's fantastic to know.
I don't know if it's the mic.
It has to be because we changed out the headphones, we changed out the aux cable. At this point, the only thing that's messing up I could think of that needs to be changed out is the mic.
God damn it. All right. That sucks. Okay. So can everyone hear us on
Yes,
the
I can hear
tube
you fine.
and on the...
Yes, YouTube
Okay.
can hear you.
I'm talking to the people in the chat though.
Okay.
It might be the adapter, not the cord. Yeah.
Maybe. And we're on the same setup and I don't have any issues.
Okay. Now that we got that out of the way. All right. So I've worked disaster relief for a long time. I've worked 2 or 3 tsunamis. I don't even know how many tornadoes. Please don't ask. In multiple states for the tornadoes. Hurricanes in multiple states. Yes, I worked Katrina. One wildfire. I will never work a wildfire again. No blizzards. So I have a lot of experience in disaster relief. Now, what I'm seeing happening at the Ashville, Chimney Rock area looks to me similar to what happened in Lahaina. Lahaina? Am I saying that right? What?
I do not know.
Okay, in Hawaii. these two disasters are confusing to me, the way things are happening. So after Katrina, it should have been readily apparent that there were problems with FEMA and the way that Katrina was handled. What should have happened is there should have been boots on the ground in areas that were considered safe, like more north. Probably would have been a good idea, right? They'll put together a staging area where everyone will kind of congregate with the supplies and all the things. Yes, Puerto Rico too, exactly. And normally once the storm or what have you is over, like I'm talking about for hurricanes now, because with tornadoes, you don't have that much time ahead of time to prepare. So with a hurricane, usually they'll have people in there as fast and as quickly as possible to help the survivors with food, water, basic necessities, and evac out. With Katrina, you didn't have any of that, which they could have, because Sheriff Fody had warehouses full of food and other supplies that was not kept up when Fody left. The next sheriff was like, yeah, whatever. That dude was an idiot, and did not utilize and disperse those goods. Instead, let them flood out. So the people in Katrina were left to sit there. And it was so ungodly hot. I can't even explain it to you. The heat, the bugs, the flood water was toxic sludge. So people had to move through that toxic sludge to get out of the floodwaters. And many of them had skin problems and health problems because of that floodwater. Because the floodwater is going to contain decomp, human and animal decomp. Everything you've got in your car comes out of the car in a flood. Everything that's in a house, think of all the chemicals and all the ick, right? That's all in that water. The same thing is happening with the Ashville Chimney Rock area. That water and the mud and all of that is going to be toxic. You need to stay out of it because you don't have a way to wash that off your skin with healthy water. And it appears that they are not letting volunteers go in and rescue people out. They're not letting them evac out as readily and easily as they should be. They're actually turning people away and threatening to arrest people. And these are people with the credentials, like fire chiefs, people who've done, this is what they do. I've heard whispers that the Cajun Navy is having problems. The Cajun Navy came up because that's what they were doing. They were evacuating people out on pirogues and other small boats, getting them out of their houses and stuff, out of their attics. These are people with a whole lot of experience doing this. They're not like fly by night, don't have any idea what they're doing. These are experienced, seasoned rescue operators. Now it's being said that there was a town hall. In that town hall, officials are saying they're just going to bulldoze the whole town with the remains inside of buildings, potentially, or outside of buildings, or in trees. What is being said is that they're not going to gather those remains and identify them. So then what happens with those remains? What the fuck? What? So we've got a bunch of videos we're going to share with y'all. And we're going to look up a bunch of other things, and we're going to try to disseminate actual, real information, because one thing that happens with disasters, you're going to have rumors, innuendo, speculation, and other things. The only way that these communities are going to have a positive outcome in this situation is if there's huge public outcry. There's absolutely no reason to bulldoze a city or a town in the US of A. These are citizens of the United States of America. This is their community that we're talking about. It could be your town or city next. Okay? Bear that in mind. After Katrina, once the comms were back up and we could actually speak with people outside of New Orleans again, which took a while, I started getting emails from people that I thought were kind, compassionate people, but they started talking about, well, why even rebuild New Orleans? Why even rebuild? It's just full of criminals. Translation is just full of Black people. I have family members that I disowned and have not spoken to since over that. So if it can happen to one town, it can happen to your town. Are you cool with that? Because if you're not, everyone's going to have to step up and force them to do right by these people. These are tax-paying American citizens. It's an American town. Are y'all going to let this happen? Public services are supposed to support the public, including good Samaritans who tap in disasters and emergencies. Exactly. Exactly right there. Thank you, Fufus Unicornus. I love that name.
Fuffius.
Fuffius. I will say that wrong, but I love it. Thank you for the gift. Yet again, any gifts will be going to a DV sanctuary. Any money I make on here will be going to that. Have you seen the satellite imagery of the damage based on lights? Not yet, but we're going to be looking at a whole bunch of stuff and showing it on here, all right? I'm hearing there's been volunteers heading down to help from Canada. Yeah, there are volunteers coming from all over the place because rightly so. Rightly so, but we're gonna dive into it. I need to find something to prop this cord up with. I can't be sitting here holding this all the time. Having worked in disaster relief, the last few major disasters, the way they've been handled, I'm mystified. I'm completely mystified. I don't understand what is happening. I do know that FEMA needs to figure its shit out. They should have learned a better way to do things after Katrina. It's not this hard. It is not this hard. It is not this hard. Y'all watch your headphones, okay? You might want to lower the sound because I'm livid. What the fuck? It is not this hard to figure out that humans have basic needs like food, water, shelter, safety. This is not fucking rocket science. It's not rocket science to say you take everyone you can and you evac them the fuck out. It's not hard. Do they need me to come up in there and help them figure this shit out? Fucking hire me. Literally, in less than one day, I'll get shit done. Because apparently they've got a bunch of clowns going in and out of a car like a 3-ring fucking circus, and I'm waiting for the ringmaster to come out and be like, we'll figure this out someday. Well, you had since Katrina. You couldn't figure it out? Now I want to know what the demographics are of this town, because Puerto Rico, what happened there? Lahaina? Think of the demographics of those areas. Are you noticing a pattern? What are the demographics of this area? Or is it just the lithium that they're after? The lithium that they want to mine?
84.1% white, non-Hispanic. Looking at 4.13% Black or African American, non-Hispanic. 2.86% white with Hispanic.
Can you show that on the screen?
I can show it on the YouTube. Hold on, let me get the share screen.
Okay.
Where was it?
Yeah, there definitely is a pattern. It's
All right. Yeah. So demographics right here.
How do we make the screen bigger? Or can
Didn't you just make the screen bigger?
I mean, I did, but
Yeah. Yeah, it's big. Yeah.
I would like to zoom in, though, is what I'm saying.
I have to do that on my end.
Okay.
If you want me to zoom in. So this is the demographics of Asheville. So 2.68%, 2 or more races non-Hispanic, and then 2.60% 2 or more races Hispanic. So it's primarily a white city.
Well, I guess if you have a predominantly YT community, but you're living on land that is somewhere near a resource that is valuable, you too might understand what it's like to live in a community that might be bulldozed for resources. Doesn't happen very often, but I just saying. Are they opening the doors to just destroying and demolishing American cities or towns now? If there's a resource that is needed or wanted or demanded by companies? Is that where we're at? Well, then, if that's the case, there is no security in this country at all anymore for anyone. Y'all cool with that? Because I'm not. I am very much not. Y'all tap the screen, do all the things, like the video. If you're over on YouTube, do all the things. Share the video, because we're going to be talking about some just practical, should be common sense. It should just be, this is how things should be done. But I mean, here we are. This is America, where there are cities that don't have clean drinking water, along with reservations that don't have clean drinking water. And if there's a natural disaster, you might be on your own. If your house floats away, they might decide that you're just worthless. You're not even human. They're not even going to worry about you. So tap that screen like you're going to break your finger off. And share to all your friends, because they could be next. Okay? What's up, babe?
I don't know. I was just looking for the anything that points towards Asheville having lithium deposits.
I think it was Chimney Rock.
Chimney Rock.
Did you see the mermaid statue in Nova? No, I did not. Nope.
Chimney Rock. How does that work?
And then there's the capital side. If the land your house is on might have value. Exactly. Exactly. That might be what this is with Chimney Rock, though. But we're gonna look into it. Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you for tapping the screen and doing all the things. I appreciate y'all. All right, so while he's doing that, I'm going to share a video. Hold on one second. Let me get this. Okay, let me minimize that screen. So some of this I'm going to have to read out to y'all.
I
This
might have
says,
just got put on a watch list. Sorry.
why?
Because I was looking for the reports of lithium deposits in Chimney Rock and plans to like bulldoze land and everything else like that. One of the websites that popped up, and I didn't realize the name of it until I'd already clicked on it, was ar15.com.
I don't
I
even
think I
know.
might have just got put on a watch list because I clicked onto that website.
Oh, well, I mean, they can watch the live stream and verify what we're doing. Okay, so this says, this video, I don't know if y'all can see it. It says, we have medical teams trying to access Burnsville, elevation 2,700 feet, and Black Mountain. Authorities are threatening to arrest. I'm going to keep this short and simple. Something is very wrong here. Yes, it is. The 82nd Airborne Base in Liberty, North Carolina, rescued thousands during Katrina. Yes, they did. And thank you for your service, everyone who was involved in that. And has equipment to bring extra large cargo equipment in. I heard they're begging to go, but have not been activated. Yes, Fort Bragg has been told to stand down. Marcus, can you find this thread? I think it's on Twitter.
Kelly DMP. Yep. Hold on one second. Let me pull it up.
Because that might have more information. What the fuck?
What?
Just
Let's see. Is there a way to organize? What's that post actually saying?
wait, what?
10/2/24. Okay, hold on.
Oh, thank you for the gifts. Thank you, y'all. Thank you so much for tapping the screen and sharing the stream and all the things. I appreciate y'all. We're also over on the tubes where you can see what we're showing on screen. That's why I'm reading this stuff out to y'all, because we're showing it over there. Same name, same logo thing, picture, whatever.
Blackhawks and Chinooks in the area. No.
Okay, so this here says, just got down from the mountains delivering supplies. Families with kids haven't ate or had water in 3 days before I got there. Multiple counties completely shut off from every utility. FEMA is currently confiscating donations and blocking volunteers. I fear we might need a militia to inhibit or stop FEMA. As crazy as it sounds, FEMA is directly confiscating donated items and blocking volunteers from helping, kicking churches out of parking lots, etc. I've never heard of that, except for Lahaina and Puerto Rico. These 3 disasters, prior to this, I'd never heard of this sort of thing happening. Like, you'll have the good Christians, the ones who are actually following the path of Jesus, who will exhaust themselves completely to bring help to people in need in situations like this. It happened during Katrina, during and after. To tell a church that they can't come help. What the actual, like what? To tell volunteers that none of this makes sense. Not one little bit. Confiscated donations. Yeah. So if they're confiscating them, what are they doing with them?
I'm in a thread right now. This comes from a Facebook post. Red Cross and FEMA TEMA has arrived, and all donations that have been given to local high school volunteers have been confiscated. Starting with Davy Crockett High School, they are taking over all volunteer schools in Washington County and Greene County in order for anyone to get donations that was given, they must be approved. All monetary donations have been taken as well and placed into a TEMA account. If you are unaware of how that works, those items doesn't all get used for this particular disaster. Volunteers have been asked to leave and was told in order to help they must be trained by United Way. Please, I know I already made a post on Red Cross and FEMA the other day, but please, if you
Hold on,
donate,
hold. United Way is not supposed to be in charge of any fucking thing. What the fuck is happening? What in the actual fuck is happening? I've never seen a disaster where United Way comes in and it's like, oh, I'm in charge. No, what? They're supposed to be supplementary.
yeah.
Okay, proceed. I'm sorry. I just had to clarify that.
But if you donate to a church or give to individuals, they cannot take supplies from church. Church members will make sure your donations get to the correct hands. We are still taking donations here as well as picking up donations this weekend. Our donations will be going directly to the church to help the communities. I know several others are picking up donations and taking those all. That's one receipt. I'm looking for other receipts right now. If you're gonna post this, leave my info, please. I'm in the 82nd stationed in Fayetteville, North Carolina. We have guys in our unit with family in Western North Carolina that are trying to get to their family. Guys are asking to be put in passes to go help any way they can. They're all getting told no. Meanwhile, we got briefed that they have to be on standby in case we need to support the Middle East. The people stuck need to know that we're trying, but our higher-ups aren't allowing it. That's military bureaucracy.
Okay, hold on 1 second. This is from the United Way. United Way is a private nonprofit organization that raises money for various nonprofits through workplace campaigns, payroll deductions. Learn about its history, functions, and controversies and criticisms from this comprehensive encyclopedia article. Payroll deductions. Yeah.
Their receipt is so they're shutting down food and aid transpo in North Carolina. Said if you're picked up flying supplies and airlifting, you will be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. Saw some clips of Alpha Chad Hilo owners flying the treetops to stay off radar. Yeah, so I mean, I can see why logistically that can be considered an issue. Why that would be an issue if they're not coordinating with Air Force traffic.
What you're supposed to do is have you're supposed to have a ground base typically outside of the disaster area, one outside, where people kind of, and this is just, anyone who works in disaster relief knows this. If you have like a helicopter, plane, things like that, or even vehicles, usually they will call in, kind of report in, and they will be given all the information they need for I'm not a pilot. Okay, I never worked in that capacity of disaster relief, but they'll get the what do you call it, the air signal or whatever to call in.
The air traffic controller?
Right. So then they kind of coordinate that way.
Yeah.
Okay. I have not worked on that side. If anyone who has worked on that side of disaster relief for like helicopters, etc., is on here and wants to chime in, please do. But I do know they usually coordinate. Okay, it's all a concerted effort together. And I know that the fire chief was trying to do that as he was trying to bring people out. Helicopter pilots can kind of be like mad scientists, like a little bit chaotic.
In the best way.
Yeah, they're controlled chaos in a way. And I highly respect them. I don't want to be in their helicopter ever, but I respect them.
Don't want to be in any helicopter.
Ever. Not even if it's like off on the ground. So I get why most people don't understand what's happening with that, but if you have helicopter pilots who are willing to go in and evac people out, and they have the credentials and the qualifications, and they've worked this before, let them work with them. Get those people evac'd out. I just don't get it.
Okay, so real quick on the FEMA and TEMA confiscating donations and supplies, that has apparently been proven not true. People have been confirming it with multiple levels in the Tennessee government, including TEMA, including ground teams in the area. Nothing's being confiscated. This post was not even on this lady's Facebook page. Support our flood victims without a fear of supplies being confiscated for East Tennessee. You can order supplies from any retailer, mail them out to the church and name, and the local representative will ensure it reaches the people who are most needed.
Okay, but I'm seeing this in from multiple people. Like, this is what I mean about disaster situations. A lot of the time, and this is why I wanted to do this live stream and really look into it, because a lot of the times you're going to, like with Katrina, you're going to have misinformation, outright lies because of racism and all of that. You're going to have all kinds of problems, right? So
Right.
if during that town hall they were saying that they didn't want people outside of the area to hear about these things,
I stopped to look into the town hall thing for Buddles. Yeah, I'm talking right now about the confiscation of resources. TEMA even put out a statement. TEMA and FEMA personnel not confiscating supplies, and report on the country is false. Thanks to overwhelming support from the community. Marion Consulting, a coordinated recovery effort, working with local leaders to get supplies to Tennessee in need.
What I want to know is what the people who are there, the local citizens who are not in positions of authority, what are they saying? What are they experiencing?
And all the threads I'm looking at right now, a lot of people that are commenting like for proving for that this is all true. They're not even like in Tennessee. People are commenting on the post about it not basically somebody saying people with people on the ground in the area, they're all saying being contradictory.
What do you
Like
mean?
saying so like like, let me see this one. This one said like they're not actually showing like receipts or anything else like that. See, like somebody's saying like where is it? Now read 6 reports claiming donations are being confiscated, not necessarily Tennessee. They can't all be wrong. I was like, okay, so they're confiscating from other areas too.
Yeah, as part of the problem, there are different areas that have been affected, and different mayors or whatnot may be doing different things.
All right.
I've seen stuff like that go down, where like one area is really stepping up and doing right, and another area is not. Like with Katrina, that there was some of that going on. Yeah, right. Are we supposed to believe FEMA just because they said so? If FEMA tells me the sky is blue, I'm gonna have to go check and make sure.
Right.
They don't have a good track record. Okay. So on the tubes, I'm showing a video of a rescue volunteer threatened with arrest for trying to use his helicopter to evacuate her, victims out. These videos that I'm showing on the Clock app, I reposted, so you can go look at my reposted videos and see them for yourself. Yeah. Because they all say they didn't. I know. Yep. During Katrina, we had to coordinate our own rescues because we were ignored. Exactly. Dude, the fight. The fight me and my guys had, because we had two women who both gave birth within a few hours of each other, right? I caught the ball, absolutely terrified. No doctor, no nurse, no nothing. And I'm like, if something goes wrong, like, I can't have it, you know? So trying to get the moms and the newborns out. And then there were other, like, tourists. I was like, we need to get the tourists out of here. This is not a place for tourists. If you were working disaster relief in New Orleans, hi, so was I. You probably saw me. I was really grumpy. Not at my fellow people, mostly at like FEMA and those types. Like they said, there weren't issues where I was. We didn't have power for over a month. Where were you? I was in New Orleans.
But by the way, North Carolina's National Guard flew in 48 pallets of MREs and 24 pallets of water yesterday to Asheville. Where is it? The Asheville airport? Let me look at it real quick. Asheville Regional Airport, and is using that as a dispo center currently.
Okay, well, I mean, I can tell you that MREs are great in an emergency, but not in the long term. They get old, real old after a while.
Also, President Biden authorized 1,000 active duty members of the U.S. military to go and support the National Guard in their release for North Carolina.
Wait, say that again?
President Biden authorized 1,000 active duty service members to go and assist the National Guard with disaster relief efforts in North Carolina.
They should be doing way more than that, though. This is. And then, okay, so I have a question. If one dam, I hate to say this out loud. If one dam broke, there are, if I'm not mistaken, 2 or 3 more dams that could also have been damaged. How are they doing? So you were in Mississippi. Right on. I don't know. We might have crossed paths because there were times when we were evacuating people out and I was like doing a supply run in my car. That was fun. They landed some farmers in some farmers' fields as well. Yeah, they probably have to. MREs get old quick and don't really account well for allergies and such. Yes, that is true. They can also make you like constipated and whatnot, which is not necessarily a good thing. Okay. Okay, so you have Operation Airdrop, 150 private planes and 37 private helicopters are airdropping formula, diapers, etc. to mamas in Tennessee and North Carolina. I'm hoping that is still going on. And it says, how dare you impede American rescue workers by any means and effort? FUC protocol. We'll ask the president to pardon us later. Let us save lives. All on board. Absolutely. Okay, there's something in the Discord. Let me go see right quick what that is. Governor Lee provides update on multi-agency response to Hurricane Helene. Nashville, Tennessee. Jason. I have to try to call Jason. Marcus.
Yeah, you need. Wait, who? Wait.
Jason.
In Australia?
No, that is Brian. Jason in Tennessee.
Oh,
You vote.
with the cats. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Shit, the cats. Fuck. Mm. I'm gonna send you a message in the backstage.
Okay.
Is the backstage still there for messaging?
I see private chat and Oh yeah, it's private chat.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that fucked me up for a second.
Since flooding began, service members have been conducting rescues, including aerial, ground, and water missions. These missions are all being coordinated through the Tennessee Military Department's Joint Emergency Operations Center, which was activated prior to Hurricane Helene making landfall. See, that's what I'm saying. That right there. Usually they'll have stuff put into place ahead of time if they think there might be a problem. But you can't always do that because if it's like a tornado or flash flood, something like that. I'm glad people are helping, but it's sad. But sad it's left to the people and the government drops the ball. Exactly. The same happens in California or Canada during wildfires. Huh. TDEC has issued a temporary water contact advisory telling the public to avoid all contact with water bodies affected by the extreme flooding in East Tennessee. Exactly. Because that water is going to be toxic. In order to help existing water supplies last longer and support ongoing recovery efforts, TDEC has announced a mandatory water conservation order for all or parts of 9 counties in the Helene. Am I saying that right? Helena, Marcus, Maki,
Yes. What?
Helena,
Helena.
okay. In the Helena affected areas of Upper East Tennessee. Shit. Marcus, can you hang for a minute? Because I'm going to try to see if I can message Jason.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he's in Tennessee right now. Like,
Is his mom still with him or no?
she passed away, I do believe. Okay, I have to stop sharing for a minute.
I got nothing coming up on a direct search for what you sent in the private chat. Aside from books, apparently. All right, I gotta head up to the bus stop.
Okay. Okay, let me see what. Okay, so this is one of the things that is really like we haven't looked into Chimney Rock yet, but we will. Check and make sure. Okay. Hey, Maki, you might want to mute, baby. What? That's not what I was trying to do. Stop it. I don't know what just happened there. My phone is weird sometimes. Okay, so everyone tap the screen, do all the things. I very much appreciate you. Okay, so this says from Chris Martinson, PhD. I don't know who this person is. Says this needs to go far and wide to put pressure on the government to do the right thing and save lives. This evening from a Peak Prosperity member to me via PM at my site. I can't post this online because it's not quite public yet, but government officials had a town meeting with all of the residents in. Hold on, let me make sure the sound is off on here. I think it is. Of Chimney Rock and basically told them the town is being bulldozed. Bodies and all the land was being seized by the federal government and they would not be able to move back. And basically the homes, the ones that were standing, were no longer theirs and the federal government owned it all. I don't know what crazy play for land this is, but there's a lot of conspiracy about lithium mines. And as someone who lives in Charlotte and has friends who live in the area of Western North Carolina, they're not being helped, and this is actually being a stand-down operation by federal government. Okay, so in any disaster situation, there's going to be misinformation, almost always. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know what is, I'm not there, so I'm not sure what is like real and what is BS. But here's what I know. If something like this is happening, and if it is allowed to happen, then that means it can also happen to your area. So this is something to be aware of, keep an eye on. Do not forget the people of Lahaina and Hawaii and Puerto Rico and New Orleans, because those those pumping stations are important in New Orleans. So, hello, Nikita. How you doing? If y'all don't mind tapping the screen and let's share the live stream and all the things, do all the things. Anyone who has any information about what is happening in Asheville and out in the Chimney Rock area, especially Chimney Rock, I would like to either debunk or verify what is being said here, because this is disturbing. If it's not true, then it's not true, and people who put out misinformation like this need to be called out. So here's another video talking about Chimney Rock, saying that the government wants to bulldoze the community, including with the remains. Like, it's being said that authorities said in a town hall that they're not going to worry about collecting the remains. They did that after Katrina. Not everyone was found. And I'm sure with Lahaina, and I'm sure with Puerto Rico.
Maybe it's just my observation, but a lot of the stuff that I'm reading about Twitter and whatnot, comments to go and sources and whatnot, are from like, the conservative side.
Okay.
Everybody who's like more further left than that, and I need to see more.
Right. Then it might prove my point about disinformation during disasters. But then, is this just a continuation of the whole, why rebuild New Orleans? It's just full of criminals and it's under the sea level and blah, 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 blah. Like, I despise it here. Yeah. Sometimes, I'm just telling you. Okay. Hello, Nikita. I'm doing. Same. Seems to be the going thing. On which thing? Okay. So Nikita is saying that she can only find one, or I'm sorry, what are your pronouns? They, okay. Is saying they can only find one source for the whole bulldozing the town thing. But I mean, this is going to be something I'm going to encourage everyone to look into, if at all, see what the reality is. But let's just all keep in mind that the people of these communities are going to need help in the long term. There are houses that floated down like a impromptu, spontaneous river. So that's about 5 or 10 years worth of rebuilding of one's life. So the misinformation, we need to dig that out. It's like a cancer, right? You gotta cut that out and throw it in the garbage. You know what I'm saying? Well, with sometimes the news, especially in disaster situations, can be really tricky. Like after Katrina, a majority of what you saw was people looting, but they didn't talk about why people were doing that, and they didn't place the blame where it belonged. They blamed the people of New Orleans. They did not blame FEMA and all of the other support groups that were supposed to have been in there immediately and were not. So the news can be skewed too. It isn't always accurate when it comes to disaster situations. Um, hmm. Let me see. Here's hoping that they are not like fudging things or something. Like I like to hope that the US would not be so disgusting, but then I realized they have been in the past. They have they've done that for highways. Nope. Chimney. Oh, I always spell chimney wrong every single time. It's like a E and a Y. Why? I don't even think that's needed. Um, I mean, there's no reason why there are any hate groups allowed in this country. Um, okay, let's see. Trying to see what this article is saying. Okay, this is saying that FEMA intends to FEMA hereby gives notice to the public of its intent to provide financial assistance to the state of North Carolina, local and any Indian tribal governments and private nonprofit organizations under major disaster declaration. Okay. And then they've got the thing in there. After everything that I've seen, FEMA's like not my favorite like organization or whatever. That is just not like I hate the I word used there. Which I word? Yeah, I think I know which one you mean. But I mean that's the federal government for you. Okay. The legal term, yeah. It's not like they would listen to indigenous people and say, "Hey, what do you prefer?" Nor have they ever. 100 things that have never happened. Exactly. I've had people ask me if, "Oh, you're part Indian?" No, none of my ancestors were from India, and I respect the people of India too much to say to lie like that. It's just not. Yeah, there are so many. And each one is more disturbing than the last one. I had one call me the S word. One dude tried to call me the S word one time, and I was like, "Dude, I will break you in half." And I'll laugh while I do it too. So, um, okay, so, huh? Exactly. Exactly. Same. What? Wait, what just happened?
Confused. If you want me
What?
to still have, if you still want me to have a sound, then I want the peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Who? Me?
Maki is fine.
Mucky. Oh, is that the thing? What? Oh, okay.
Why would you say magic?
What?
I don't think Maki has ever met a stranger, really. Me, I'm the grumpy one, in a way.
Streaming, and we're trying to figure out why the audio is working.
Shit. I cannot believe I didn't immediately think of Jason, who is in that general area somewhere, and I.
This hasn't been taught for a really, really long time. But it's
I think it's also fun.
what?
That's really weird. I mean, jump up anytime you want to if I'm live streaming. You're welcome. Okay, thank you. You have a good day. All right, y'all, tap that screen, share the video or stream, do all the things, all the things, all the things, and thank you.
Things and stuff and
I
stuff
think
and
we've been on
things.
for around an hour. Baby girl just got home, and we're probably going to do the just getting home stuff with her. And then we will be live streaming again Next up, I might try to share some resources that would help. Hold on one second. Tima says current active, this is from Tima, Tennessee.gov, I do believe, yeah. Current activation status is level 3, state of emergency. That's not good. The governor or the governor's designee under code and statute may declare a statute of emergency by executive order or proclamation. Okay. And then they have the different levels of states of emergency and all of that. I mean, hold on one second. Yeah. It's this level of disaster, it's going to be a while before things are rebuilt. And I'm just talking about the buildings. That doesn't include personal possessions. So if you're out in that area and you randomly find a whole bunch of photos, don't throw them in the garbage. Grab them up, put them in Ziploc bags, and hold on to them. Because they could have been lost by a family who lost everything, and that might be the only thing that's left. And you might be able to find them through social media and get their photos back to them. That's a big thing for people. Those memories are important. I had that happen after Katrina. I found half of a photo album had been ripped in half. So I put it in a shopping bag and put it in the trunk of my car and held it until I could figure out who to store it with so I could find its family. Hey, babe.
Yeah.
What's up?
Not much. Just coming to give you love real quick.
I think I'm having flashbacks to Katrina, aren't I?
Mm-hmm. Here we go. How's your sandwich? It's a chopped salad sandwich.
It's really good. Oh my God. So good.
I is good cook.
So it's been, let me see, how long have we been streaming? About an hour. I mean, we can keep on going if y'all want or no. It's up to y'all. Okay. If anyone wants to come up on panel, feel free. Go ahead and request. Just no trolls. No weirdos saying homophobic things, please. Because I am not the one. Ooh, that's loud. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh, we got one. Let's see who this is. Okay. Hey, Robin. Oh, if I can tap it. Let's see if she comes through. Hey, Robin. Oh. Oh, it's fine. Gotta do how you gotta do. Mm-hmm. Well, mm-hmm. Yep. And most people don't realize that. Like, that's not a far cry for me. I guess it's irritating and mhm. For Puerto Rico. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's not unheard of with them. Shit, after Katrina, getting people out of New Orleans it was, and I'm talking, 2 moms who had given birth with their newborns. This is not, it shouldn't be like a thing where there has to be a debate. No, they needed to be out of New Orleans. This is not like some big shock. Like, you don't want a newborn in a situation like that. Um, oh God. And the gnats. We didn't have inside inside New Orleans by the French Quarter. We didn't have as many mosquitoes, but the gnats. You couldn't eat, you couldn't drink anything, you couldn't breathe without having a gnat somewhere. It was, ugh, God. Yep. It just, mm. Right on, right on. See, usually, didn't have really much of a mosquito problem inside the city, but Katrina was just, that was a whole different thing. I saw, what was it, alligator, where it really shouldn't have been. I was like, what the? After Katrina? I know it's going to sound weird. I know it's going to sound weird, but I think probably because of all the rain, like how hard Katrina was, it didn't smell bad in the French Quarter necessarily of alcohol. And it was silent. It was so weird. I've never heard the French Quarter that quiet before. The buildings, many of the buildings in the French Quarter were not destroyed. There were a couple. There was right outside of the French Quarter, more in the CBD. There was a building. I was walking from one hotel to another to do something. I can't remember what. As I walked by this building, the back wall of it fell down onto the cars below it. Like, I almost got hit by a building. I can say that. I can say I came that close. Wow. Well, with that particular building, I once I got over the shock of the brick falling, I could look into all the apartments and see all of that personal possessions and stuff. I mean, that's really sad. That's really sad. That's history. So America just lets the history just whatever. Mm. New Orleans can get cold. It does get cold. It's like a right, but it's a wet cold. It's a very humid, so it does seep into your bones. It is like a damp, icky kind of cold. Uh, right. New Orleans is like swimming when you're walking down the street sometimes. Um, mhm. Yep. So New Orleans is kind of like if you think about it like a bowl, it's like a long bowl with jelly, and then you build a city on top of that jelly, right? Makes all the sense. So you got the river, and then you got the Gulf, and then you got Lake Pontchartrain, and then you got a city and all that water. It's just, I don't know. Hello. Wait, what? I mean, yeah. Well, then in several of the poor neighborhoods, when they were rebuilding the levees, they were stuffing levee walls and stuff like that with newspaper. In a levee? Nope. In a levee, all that paper is going to turn to pulp and then it's going to erode into nothing. The way the water is. That that was not up to regulations or code of any kind for a levee wall. That's not how you're supposed to do that. And then too, with the ninth ward, the people who say that the levee was exploded, that people act like, well, they were just pulling stuff out of the air and making stuff up. No, that happened before. And with Katrina, there's a lot of evidence to show that it happened again. Hmm. I mean, if they were smart, they would go look at places like, oh, where was it? Amsterdam or not Amsterdam? No, I mean, no, not Venice. The Netherlands. They had some sort of levee barrier that you can open and lift up and all this. I mean, it's yeah. I don't remember which city it was, but their whole system was. I was impressed. I was like, we can't do this in the U.S. Like, what is going on? Mm-hmm. Certain countries are really doing things like the smart way. Like there was I can't remember what country we were in. But we were at a restaurant and there's like this really like rushing river right next to it. So yeah, you're sitting and eating, but you can't have a conversation because it's too damn loud, right? But part of the attraction to that restaurant is the fact that several times a day they'll open this, I forget what it was called. It's like a water gate, and it'll open to let ships and stuff out and all of that. And then but so it opens, but it can also lift. It's impressive. No, no, no. This is not the Panama Canal. This is not, and it technically wasn't a lock. I forget what they called it. I wish I could remember what country that was in. It was one of those times where I was working security and it was a mad dash across Europe, so I don't remember. But that was impressive. I do remember that. Hmm. Well, they could. How it was explained to me was they could adjust the level of the gate for the water level. Like, so they would let a certain amount of water go through, but more controlled. And it's just, hmm, yeah. I think it was. Hmm. Yeah, and they make you feel really, really tiny. There's like they're huge. Like in a picture, they're all pretty and scenic, but when you're there, you're like, oh my God. Yeah, I have to agree with you. I have to agree with you. That's why I don't want to go. Exactly. Exactly. That's like I don't want to be in a helicopter and I don't want to be on a boat over the Mariana Trench. Thank you. No. Exactly. All right, so I'm gonna shut down the live stream over on the tubes and continue on the clock app. Hey, Sebastian. So for everyone over on the tubes, I'll be back on later tonight, and I love y'all, and we'll be talking about the no Diddy stuff
Oh boy.
or stuff related to that. All right, I love y'all. Bye.